I learn from you. You teach me so many things about these DNA tests. Here's when I ask you about MyHeritage. I'm on MyHeritage on my app here. As we all know, when you go to Europe, which obviously I'm 77.6% European, when I go there and I scroll all the way down to the bottom, of course I go to all supported ethnicities. Now, even though my mom and my sister show up as part Jewish, I don't. But at the bottom, it says Ashkenazi Jewish and 0%. But it's categorized with Europe. Now, remember, I'm the American, so my perception of things is way off, right? I get that. I own up to that. But it's interesting because when I think of anyone who's Jewish, I automatically think Middle Eastern. It's an ethnic group from the Middle East. So it's interesting to me that it's grouped with Europe. So that just throws me off. And I get it that there are European Jewish people compared to people who are Middle East that are more likely to, like my mom shows up as 15.2% Sephardic Jewish. So Sephardic Jewish is, that's I guess more of a Southern European strand of the Jewish DNA. Compare that to Northern. Just help me sort that out. Why is Ashkenazi Jewish grouped in with the European? That just throws me off. I don't quite understand why it's there. And I don't know, because if you go to Africa, then there's Ethiopian Jewish. And, for my mom, it's a Sephardic Jewish / North African that shows up in North Africa. So, okay. See, because in my mind, Sephardic Jewish is Spanish Jewish kind of, and maybe Italian Jewish, Southern European Jewish. But according to MyHeritage, it's grouped with, Sephardic Jewish is grouped with North African. And then Ashkenazi is grouped with Europe. It's just that in my mind, again, I'm the silly American who doesn't understand things. In my mind, there would just be a different group altogether that maybe just says Jewish. And that would be its own thing instead of, and that drop down, then you could have Ashkenazi and Ethiopian and Sephardic, and you have all of those in a separate category. So I guess just it throws me off to think that that's counted as a specific people group in specifically Europe for Ashkenazi Jewish. Do you understand my confusion at all? Again, I'm a silly American. Put it in the comments. Dislike the video. I get it. That's one of the themes of my channel is how goofy I am because I'm an American who doesn't know anything. But still, it just throws me off a little bit. That Jewish isn't its own category in MyHeritage. Its own separate breakdown. Instead, they link it back to whatever part of the world. And I guess then we'd have to ask ourselves, okay, so if you are Ashkenazi Jewish, how European would your test show up? If you're Sephardic Jewish, how, it makes me wonder how that works. So maybe you could help me out by kind of giving me your breakdown, help me understand this a little bit better. But it's and it goes back to, well, who's 100% Jewish? Remember the girl who ultimately on Twitter convinced me to go through MyHeritage instead of 23andMe, the girl she shows up as 100% Jewish. I've seen her map, I've seen her test. Of course, she's from the Middle East. So that, to me, that's the real deal. That's where Jewish people came from, was Israel and the Middle East. So it makes sense, and we don't need a subcategory for it because that's the real deal. So it's are you less Jewish if you're Sephardic Jewish? Can you be 100% Sephardic Jewish? Can you be 100% Ashkenazi Jewish? I would love to know more. So share with me, enlighten me. I can only learn from you.